Radiant team ban.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another round of Collegiate Star League action. Today, we finally have an early game to show you, and it is going to be versus UConn versus UMass Amherst. My name is Wivrex. I am joined, as always, by my other half, the PB to my J. His name is Golgiap.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So, just to give you a little bit of information, we are only a few weeks in here to the 2017-2018 season. These teams, UConn, they did lose to RIT, R-I-T. I'm not sure. That's Rhode Island Institute of Technology. I don't know. I'm not sure which team that is. Sounds like they're Institute of Technology. They were one of the best teams last year. UConn was. So they almost disbanded, but they're actually back here just in time to make it to the playoffs.
All right,
that was last season.
Just so we're there. RIT is Rochester Institute of Technology.
Boom! Rochester, Pennsylvania, or New York. Yeah.
Dire team pick.
All right, and then, so actually, excuse me, that was, they almost disbanded in the middle of last season, but they made it to the playoffs and did extremely well there. Now, the other team, UMass Amherst, they did beat New York last week. No, not last week, 2 weeks ago, 2-0. So UConn lost to Rochester 0-2, whereas Amherst, they are 1-0 in series by beating New York 2-0.
5 seconds.
I believe it was last week, right? Because this is week 2.
Didn't we do? Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I was thinking Tuesday was last week, but Tuesday's this week. Tuesdays and Thursdays in the same week. Who'd have thought?
I mean, we're so used to usually our casting schedule. We cast about once a week for the leagues we cast for. So it feels like when we're casting twice for the same league, it feels like it has been a week since the last time.
Going into the draft, taking a look at what these teams have for us. Much more meta bans than we saw from U of A ASU last week.
At least I think it was U of A who, I think they banned the unusual stuff because they banned Kunkka and Venge a lot, right? But ASU did ban pretty meta. They banned usually the Necro and the Veno.
Radiant team ban.
But yeah, I mean, in this one, we actually don't see a Necro or Veno ban or pick, which is, in my opinion, a little bit strange for this patch. But I mean, I'm so glad because we see those heroes almost every single time. Those heroes almost have like 80% pick ban rates, at least from the games that I see. But you know, we have an Earth Spirit ban there that feels like a respect ban because you don't usually ban that hero unless they have an Earth Spirit player. The same goes for pro meta too. But Bloodseeker is a popular hero, and UMass's bans are pretty stereotypical when it comes to your want to hurt the enemy team's roaming potential because Spirit Breaker and Earthshakers are amongst the top there.
Yeah, and then Nature's Prophet, the Monkey, even maybe a little bit of Juggernaut. These are some that aren't like banned all the time, but I've been seeing them banned or picked actually a lot more in the kind of just the tail tippy tip end of this patch.
Yeah, I believe Nature's Prophet is one of the biggest breakout heroes I think in this patch. That hero went from like feeling complete trash to at the end now he actually feels quite strong. In the right teams especially. Definitely not someone you ban in the first phase because the enemy team needs a lineup that can support Nature's Prophet because Nature's Prophet, of course, if you have him on your team, that means your team fight is going to be really weak because the hero is just a right click in team fights. So you need to have a team that can do it. So first picking it also means you can get countered by Ember Spirit and Coddle, any of these like heroes that deal super well, split push and things like that, or even Alchemist to farm the Treants. So it's not something we see in the first phase, but definitely a second phase ban worthy hero.
Now Venomancer,
and Monkey King too.
he made it through to the second phase to get banned. A lot of times he's if he doesn't get banned, he's not first pick material, but is he still typically first phase material?
Yeah, I would say so. At least in this patch, the hero seems so strong. I mean, one of the reasons I like the hero so much is because he's so flexible, right? It's kind of like the Pugna this patch. I think Pugna is a hero, at least when it comes to pro meta, has been incredibly powerful. I was watching Immortals play this morning in PGL minor, and they love drafting Pugna because for Ev, Kyo, and who's their safe lane? Febby? I think they all play Pugna. So it's just like they pick Pugna in the first phase, and then just like, where does he go? He can go wherever. He can go off lane, mid, or safe lane. And
What
Venom
is
works the
he?
same way. Yeah. So they just take it to the most favorable lane, and that's why he works so well. And especially if your teammates know how to play it. And the hero is, I think, pretty difficult to counter right now. He's countered by healers a lot because damage over time. He does insane amount of damage over time, but the weakness of damage over time always has been the fact that you can pump in a lot of heals before you take the full amount of damage, so you can mitigate it a lot. But Dazzle is situational. Oracle is like frankly pretty bad right now, and Winter Wyvern isn't all that great, and all these heroes that heal are a little bit weak. Warlock is the same similar way too, but Warlock was picked here, which I'm actually glad to see. I can't remember the last time I seen a Warlock.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I love this hero. So I don't think he's unviable at all. He's a little on the weak side, but with the right team, I think he can really shine. OD, interesting. Usually you see an OD picked out against either really tanky heroes, like usually strength-based heroes, because he can drain their mana really quickly, and he can kite them, and drain their mana. Or you pick him against like really ganking heavy lineups. I guess he was picked to counter the Clockwork because Clockwork hookshot someone and then you can save them with a Astral Imprisonment. OD can use that on himself too, obviously. Same goes for Ember Spirit. Anyone who gets shackled, OD can Astral Imprison and save them.
But OD himself looks very weak to this lineup. Like he's got a good way to dodge the hook shot into the cogs. He can just Astral himself. The cast animation on the Astral is enough that he's not just going to get stun locked by the battery assault, right?
Yeah.
But Night Stalker, I mean, if Night Stalker is the one to initiate and finds OD first, then if it's nighttime, that OD is going to get dumped.
Yeah, OD is going to need to get like some way to break the silence. Either probably Yules, I'm assuming, if he wants to go for an early game option, which he's probably going to need against Night Stalker. His teammates can also pick up in the late game, his teammates can pick up what's that item called? Lotus Orb?
Yeah.
To purge that silence off of him. Another possible item, of course, late game he'll eventually pick up the BKB, but yeah, the early game option is probably only Yules for him if Night Stalker is giving a lot of trouble.
Dire team pick.
Anti-Mage, okay, so UConn with a really late game draft here. OD and Anti-Mage, both heroes that are pretty weak in the early game, to say the least. And I mean, Anti-Mage with a Magnus backup, he will farm incredibly well if he's given the space. They got a Lich to be able to defend the towers or at least drag out the sieges as long as they can. Sand King also has decent wave clear. He can split push quite well, same as Magnus. So I do like their draft. It seems like their draft is really well thought out, and they have a lot of ways to give Anti-Mage the space he needs, and same for OD.
Meanwhile, UMass, we're going to have to see what their last pick is. They're looking here. So how do they counter the space creators from UConn? What's a position one that'll really do that for them?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, Terrorblade's been banned out, which was something that looks good. It's gonna be a Viper.
This is where you do it.
Yeah.
You just go early game. You just don't. I mean, there are two ways to fight against a late game team, right? You can try to match their late game. You can try to pick up another late game hero yourself, and then try to see if you can out muscle the enemy in the late game, or you can just deathball in the mid game and hopefully UConn isn't farmed enough or can't create enough space, and you can just get enough of a lead. So in the late game, you can actually win. Viper can be a hero that is incredibly terrifying actually in the late game if he gets the right amount of items. If he has, the level 25 talent, which gives an insane amount of armor, has a Mjolnir on top of that, a bunch of other attack speed items, he can really shred through a lot of heroes. And they're not completely lost in their late game either. Ember Spirit can be quite powerful in the late game. Of course, he is badly matched up against Anti-Mage because a lot of his damage does come in the form of magic. But it's not a hero that Anti-Mage can just jump on and blow up.
Alright, I'm having issues with my in-game sound. Is everything alright for you?
Yeah, everything sounds good to me. They want to make the in-game delay.
It's 3 minutes set through Twitch. I cannot do anything, actually.
It's 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, it should be.
I don't know what to do, honestly. I mean, we're not refs here. We don't make the rules or enforce them, we just cast. Oh my god. I mean, they don't have to spam the chat wheel if they want to have a discussion and talk to us.
Yeah, I'm having some technical issues as well. All my sound is set up exactly as it has been, but I'm not getting anything from in-game. This would be an extremely boring game to listen to if that were the case.
Were you fine in the pick screens?
No, I wasn't hearing much there. I heard initial when the game came out. This is interesting.
Okay, so I'm looking at the stream, right? At least on the stream, I can hear the game perfectly fine.
Again? Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Is it your headset? Do you have that knob turned all the way to the communications side?
You know what? I'm a knob. You're right. It was the knob.
Yeah. Always check the knob. All right. Okay. They're just gonna go with it. I mean, there's really nothing we can do for that. I mean, we're just casting here, so.
Cheesehead is watching and listening, so if there's anything that he wants to address with it, he obviously can as well. Our glorious admin. Alright, so now that we are actually into the game, everything seems to be good to go. Let's talk about who's playing.
Yeah.
Just to let you get to know these teams a little bit, it is going to be UConn here on the Radiant and UMass on the Dire. It'll be Bellicoso on the Magnus. Ego playing the Anti-Mage. Question marks, all question marks on the
30
OD.
seconds to battle.
Embid Dota playing the Lich. And I Love Ryan on the Sand King.
Over on the Dire side, we have Ya Boy on the Night
boy.
Stalker. Chinese characters on Viper. Minesweeper X on the Warlock, who is getting a nice D word right now. Burst on the Clockwork, and finally Chives on the Embers, who is going to get the last hit on that ward there for the extra 100 golden experience.
Beautiful.
Minesweeper X being a very good support. It's basically his pooling 100 gold into Chives, because he lost 100 gold by buying the sentry, and then Chives gets it, so. Gold pooling still exists in certain ways, I suppose, in Dota. I wish the players use their registered names for these games.
Yeah, that would be
That's
nice.
one wish I because they had proper names in our wait screen, right?
Correct. Yeah, and it's one of the things I think that'll also get solved on the ticket, right? Because it'll force the name in game of whoever's on the ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, once we get the tickets up, it'd be great. We can also find replays to cast. And we can find more about the teams and watch their old games and such.
But I know that Volvo is slow to move in that front sometimes.
Yeah.
Bellicosa's
So pretty
just
passive
over here.
laning phase so far.
Yeah.
I mean, none of these lanes look incredibly aggressive. The hero we should be looking out for is probably a boy bot lane, who's getting actually a lot of damage on the Lich right now. He's the one that's probably going to be making a lot of space and things happen in the early game. Your boy kind of caught in the wrong side here.
Bro Strike's gonna come through,
Double.
connects. Your boy though, they still just don't have the damage quite yet. Both Night Stalker and Clockwork quite tanky here in the early game. Or at least at off level 1.
Yeah, for sure. Alright. So, while we were talking about the slow early game, Valve did release their release date
Tweet.
for the next patch.
Yeah, if you aren't aware, 7.10 will be coming November the 1st.
So it's still quite a long time to wait. A lot more longer than I think a lot of people were expecting.
I told you it'd be called 7.10.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, it just I wish they communicate more often. I really love it that they did finally communicate with us, because now, I mean, rather than like shit posting every day, people know when it's coming out. So it's not gonna be like, is it today?
They'll
Daily
still
post.
be shit posting every day.
Yeah, that'll be shit posting, but I think it'll be, a lot more tolerable to people, because everyone is like, oh my god, Volvo abandoned us.
Oh, Anti-Mage taking a lot of damage here in the bottom. Your boy can eat some tower shots. The Anti-Mage is just fine.
Yeah, boys,
Jackie's gonna
just
start going aggressive.
clarity
I Love
now.
Ryan is here. An Ice Blast. I Love Ryan coming in with the Burrow Strike. He's gonna get it through. It's gonna be a little short. Burst goes into the trees. They're gonna keep chasing him up, but he's got very low prospects of making it out of here. First blood is drawn.
Yeah, and just probably farming a little bit too aggressively there. They hit that level 3 on the anti-mage and just went in.
Bellicoso is getting bullied here with those Shadow Word spams. It's a very annoying laning skill.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's going to be hard to bully Ember Spirit out of lane, too. Ember Spirit is someone who can also take care of himself alone in the lane, once my Spore X does kind of rotate around. I'm actually surprised in the mid lane that the question mark is doing so well on the OD. Actually outlasts hitting Viper. Going aggressive. I mean, he's been really good with these actual imprisonments. He imprisons Viper when there are a bunch of last hits available or denies, and he imprisons Viper and then gets all those last hits while Viper can't contest.
Magnus relegated to jungling at this point.
In the Radiant jungle, yeah, Boy and I Love Ryan having a little bit of a fist brawl
Trade.
here.
Embid's gonna
It
show
is
up.
nighttime.
Stuns him. Oh, he Burrow Strikes through. Minesweeper's rotating though. He gets the heal into your boy. And now I Love Ryan is on the run. He's silenced up. It is nighttime yet. Burst, he's trying to chase him down, but the battery assault, he pops it. He's too fast. They're gonna be able to make it away. Lots of wasted time
Yeah,
for UMass.
a lot of wasted mana there for your boy. He actually used his entire mana pool, which does hurt. There is no clarity available. Actually, Minesweeper has one if he wants to toss one over to your boy. And this was just start of the night, and you'd like to have more mana to gank other lanes too as a Night Stalker. Oh, he actually didn't take a Point Hunter in the night again, so...
This is a
he
build
actu-
we saw, was that yesterday or on Tuesday?
can't remember. It was... I think it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday in the in-houses.
Yeah, not the first time we've seen this week, and that was
He
interesting.
finally lasted level 3 though.
I guess
so
he
got
thought.
the Hunter in the night.
I
so
figured he
got the
thought
passive.
he was gonna get his 3 before the first night, right?
Mid lane now is Invisible and Bellicoso.
Oh, the charge back. He's caught right into I Love Ryan. They use the Burrow Strike as well. He's stunned up, uses the Viper Strike into OD. They'll be able to get the kill, and hopefully OD can get out of here just fine. Oh, yeah. Viper Strike, it's already worn off. Beautiful use of that Invis rune.
Yeah. Well played by Bellicoso. And the perfect timing on the skewer. Yeah, these players seem to know what they're doing. It's the thing that we see people miss all the time with the timing with the Astral Imprisonment.
Yeah.
The orange ring that hits the edge, that's when the Astral Imprisonment runs out, and he timed it perfectly, so.
Unfortunately, it's good pressure here on the mid, but it's costing them with a beautiful start for Chives.
Yeah.
He could not be happier right now.
Ember Spirit is one of those heroes that if he gets a good start, he can really take over the map, kind of like an alchemist. Like we saw, I think it was the game we cast on Tuesday between the Arizona universities, where I forgot who was playing on the Ember Spirit, but he got insane. Yeah, he had Boots of Travels, Aquila, Veil of Discord, and a Radiance at 19 minutes. Like.
That was that game 2 or game 1?
That was game 2. But that boy getting hurt a lot. He'll be fine though. He's a speedy boy.
He's a speedy boy. Magnus taking a lot of damage. Yeah, he's caught under the tower now. Oh, so dead. Sand King gonna get rooted up, but Chives is taking a lot of tower damage. Oh, I Love Ryan needs to be careful. He actually could be feeding himself over as well if there's not more rotations. Chives is going to give up on the chase under tower. Did take quite a bit of damage. And that will get him free and clear. Astral onto Night Stalker. Caught under the shrine. He's going to get found. Embid's going to blast him up. Cut more shots. Oh, he doesn't make it to the low ground. He's going to the mid. That is going to juke them at least a little bit. No TPs coming in. Your boy going to get back out of the mid tier 1.
I think Question Mark could have gotten our last auto attack off there when yeah boy kind of bounced off of that cliff, but he expected him to make it over, so Question Mark was already repositioning. Yeah. So fortunate sequence of events there for your boy. I think that last hit could have actually taken it. Man, regen rune on the top. Question Mark is gonna love that. Yeah, full mana. So Bellic also did opt to go for the Iron Talon, which I do agree with here. The laning, he started out badly. Iron Talon just gives him a option to go into the jungle and far more effective there. Of course, Magnus is just an effective jungler.
Yeah.
Just naturally.
Damage, bonus damage and cleave.
Yeah.
Makes it pretty easy. Yeah, and he was already jungling and taking a lot of damage for it. He used his salve, and the next time I looked at him, he was back at like a third HP. So, obvious choice for him, and good to see him pick it up as well. A lot of times people can get stuck in that trap of like, I've got to show back up to lane, I've got to make up for this. The way you make up is, you know, don't start feeding there.
Yeah. And then he is doing the right thing of coming back into lane whenever the lane is pushing, getting the XP he needs, and also preventing Chives from getting too many damage on the tower. Yeah, right now, look, he stops the Mud Golems halfway and then just comes back into lane to stop Chive from pushing.
Ooh, OD's taking a lot of damage here in the mid. He ate a Viper Strike earlier, I believe. No, Viper Strike is up. He's just been.
It is a 50-second cooldown.
Yeah.
So he could have got hit with it a minute earlier. But I'm really I'm surprised that he is managing to keep even here against the Viper. Someone that can actually quite bully him out quite effectively, but efficient Astral Imprisonment usage.
Your boy coming in, dropping some wards. I think they spotted him coming in, so they're going to try and rotate. Here comes a Burrow Strike straight into him. Embid is going to try. Oh, they used the stun already, so he's just going to make the smart TP out.
Yeah, great TP. It was daytime, so the Hunter in the Night was not available there to save him this time. Dire not getting as much lane momentum as I wish they would in this early phase of the game against a OD anti-mage lineup. But mid game is the most important phase in the game, and they're not falling behind in the lanes, which is a very important part. So we'll see what they can do to leverage their power in the mid game here with the Viper.
Yeah. And do you think that them having the Ember Spirit is enough insurance against late game?
No, I would not want to go into late game against OD and Team Mage. It seems like a bad idea. Not that they're completely lost if it goes to late game, but I wouldn't risk it if I was UConn.
Yeah.
Because Viper is alright in the late game because of his talents, but you would not call himself a powerhouse, right?
Yeah, it's really his level 25, right? Getting the extra armor.
Yeah. And he does scale decently with attack speed because his base attack time is good. But
in a position
There's
5
almost
Warlock,
so far,
it takes him, like, he can continue getting useful with items.
oh yeah, I mean,
Whereas a lot of other heroes might stall out pretty early.
yeah. Fatal Bond is always going to be good. That is one of the, strongest scaling ability in the entire game, right?
Yep.
Because it scales with your carry's damage. Alright, a line's being drawn on the map right now. It's 13 seconds until night, so this is a very timed play here coming from UConn
Radiant's top tower is
onto the
under
mid. Oh, weird pause. Okay. So, right, Ember Spirit just disconnected.
That's unfortunate.
Looks like he is playing on dorm internet there, UMass internet. Sad face. I remember when I used to play on dorm internet.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. Alright, he's back though. No problem. Hopefully this kind of doesn't happen during fights, because that could be make or break for Emperor mid lane.
First, yeah,
Hook
this
shot.
is going to set up the hook shot forward onto OD. He's going to use the Astral. It's onto the creeps, though. I guess he knew he was dying, just getting some last hits out.
Yeah. And Chive's making sure that that goes down by Buto traveling in to the mid lane.
under attack.
Oh, maybe he was actually trying to Astral the creep Chives was trying to come into. I wonder how they interact. I'm assuming Chives still come in.
Yeah, he still comes in.
Uh-oh.
Chive's going to get caught by a Burrow Strike, though. He's getting a Remnant out of there, and he's up to the high ground. Another one as he's flying down to the low ground. Just in case he gets chased, he is safe boy.
And this is giving Minesweeper some time to gain some levels here on the off lane. So hopefully he can hit level 6 pretty soon. I mean, if he's solo laning, he will hit that in no time. And that will give all their supports, their off lane at least, the burst already hit level 6. And if Warlock hits level 6 with that chaotic offering, he'll be very happy. Of course, Yaboy is still level 4, but Darkness isn't the most useful ulti, at least on the early game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so first tower about to go down in the mid lane. Oh, the deny though. Well played by Bellicoso.
What a player.
Yeah, that is actually quite huge. That does deny up quite a bit of gold from the other team. 200 gold from last hitting to the Viper, and then it's like 150 to everyone, and then you decrease that to like around like 90 to everyone, right?
Yeah.
It's a huge amount of gold swing.
Sand King just picked up his level 6 as well in the jungle.
Yeah, he don't like that. He is making slow but steady pace into his Blink Dagger. 800 gold right now.
Bellicoso's almost got his. It's going to be another kill attempt onto OD. They've got the Astral, or excuse me, the Battery Assault Astral does not come out. And now, your boy, they keep him. He's able to survive with an Astral for a little bit longer, but
Top tower.
between the Battery Assault and
Oh,
your
he hit
boy
the bounty.
just putting the damage into it. No, he doesn't get the bounty. That goes over as well. No TP's into Shrine to help him.
Yeah. Were the TPs available? Oh, I love Ryan could not TP, and look how low he is. That's probably why he didn't show up.
Oh, yeah.
Bellicoso, I guess he thought that was a lost cause. He even has a Blink Dagger, but I guess he thought there was no point.
Yeah, I think he was finishing farming it up while that was happening.
Right. Yeah, just a very
obviously.
badly timed event there for UMass.
Or a very good timed event for, or a good timed gank for UMass. Bad timed getting ganked by UConn.
Yeah. Oh, I got the teams flipped in my head.
Yeah.
So UConn's on the Radiant. Alright, so I I mean, this is what I was talking about. This kind of mid-game push here coming out from the Dire side. And they're gonna find a mid.
Yeah.
Just walking up into the high ground.
Got him.
No rebuttal there.
Now OD's here, but they need to be really careful. Bellicoso could be trying to come in. He's got the RP ready. Bellicoso's going to drop it. It's going to whip. They counter with a rock, and now he's going to have to charge out of there. Skewer away. I love Ryan and Ego. Still trying to fight a little bit. They get a bro strike into Chives, but they're going to have to back up here.
You know, what a play by Chives there. With that instant remnant dodging that RP.
And without the RP up, they've got the Chain Frost, but they really want to use that with the RP. They're going to start putting some damage into Chives, but he's a little too survivable. Bellicoso, he gets chained. Now Chives will kill him up, but he gets skewered backward. I love Ryan coming in with the epicenter. Burrow strike through, he will get the Night Stalker easy, but once again gets chained himself. And they are going to lose 2 for the price of 1. Chives, okay, he's coming back.
Yeah,
There's
not
a
enough
remnant
mana
for it,
to
TP back.
risk that. I mean, this is the power of Viper right there, and Ember Spirit getting such a good start just meant that they could really push their early game advantage with the extra move speed he gets from the Boots of Travels and just bully everyone out of the lane.
But it's already it's 16 minutes now. How long do you think they have before they have? What's the point where they must have at least a lane of racks?
I would not say it's exactly time here because the important thing is how well Anti-Mage farms. So it's until the moment I think Anti-Mage gets his, like, in this case, Manta, right, at the very least. And probably, like, another item on top of that. He goes on Chives, but not much he's going to do except to burn some mana away. But, like, Manta and maybe an Abyssal Blade, like, that's when maybe the game starts turning around. But if, like, Dire has enough, like, items, then it doesn't even matter how far Anti-Mage is unless Anti-Mage gets way too ahead.
At the rate he's going, 17 minutes in, he hasn't quite finished his Battle Fury. It looks like it's probably going to be another 3 or so minutes.
You usually want to see a Battle Fury around 18 minutes as an Anti-Mage. And yeah, he is quite behind. And this is not what you want to be seeing, actually. And Bomb Tower also going down right now. Viper going for the Dragonlance, so massive early game spike there.
Yeah, and the Dire team... UMass, they're able to fight pretty well without their big ultimates at this moment, whereas I think UConn is really dependent upon an RP, as well as maybe the epicenter a little bit, and a Chain Frost going into the RP is really like a big killer combo. But with those up, they do have very good ways. Oh no, we got to skewer back onto burst.
Yeah, very well played. Bellicoso, I think, found on our invis rune. Yeah, that was on our invis rune. Very well played by him. He just blinked in and then skewered in. Didn't even need to use the RP. Very happy with that. Conserved their ultimates.
Going for a gank.
Smoke play.
Up. Where are they going to find I Love Ryan? Could be the one. Flies up over the tower, or over the high ground. Yabon. Your boy.
You might find question mark again.
They're gonna get him with the silence now, putting as much damage to the end. They're actually gonna drop the hammer onto him. Drop the rock, excuse me, RP. It's gonna connect onto one. Skewer them both back now. They eat a shockwave into the hammer. The actual hammer, not the rock. Will just blow them up. Sanities and clips make him go crazy.
And great TP out there by question mark. Chives just couldn't get there in time to be able to help them out. Just a little bit of a miscommunication there. Viper started heading up to the river, while Warlock and Night Stalker headed down when they were the fun question mark. If Viper was there during the silence duration and the rock duration,
he dies.
They probably could have taken him down, but unfortunately, he went up to the river, so the damage was not there.
Yeah, that's the thing with their lineup, is that they've got really good early games, so they need to stick together and push this pressure as fast as they can while they can. If they don't, then it gives Anti-Mage the space that he needs to farm. And if they do, then they get really good map control and they get to completely cut off Anti-Mage.
Another tier 2 being taken down. Oh,
Denied
another deny
again.
though. Yeah, that was just set up perfectly for question mark there. Easy deny. But top lane though, right now they're Of course, they won the last hits on that, but they're happy just taking more map control here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Another tier 2 won't be denied this time. It will be fortified, actually. They're not looking to muster a defense.
Yeah, finally a last hit on the tower here, going to the Viper. That's gonna get him right to his Hurricane Pike. But Ego is still farming away. I believe he actually doesn't have his. He has his money for Battlefield. He's gonna buy in a side shop.
Yep. Oh, missed it. Warlock getting taken down.
Where was he? Oh, he was all the way over here. Weird.
Retreating. I think it was a botched retreat. They didn't didn't go as a team. Yeah, Anti-Mage, that's Battle Fear is up to 20 minutes 30 seconds, so a little behind schedule, but if UMass can't, take this final tier 2 and then really exert map pressure and map control, then Anti-Mage is going to continue farming and their window is going to slowly start closing.
Yeah. If they can somehow deny the jungle from the Radiant side, and so
Bellicoso, he's going to get a skewer forward into an RP. They're dumping everything into Viper right now. Burst, he drops hookshot in, and they're going to counter with an RP onto him, and the rock getting dropped now. Bellicoso taking a lot of damage. Chain Frost going around doing some good damage, but won't be enough. Chives will be there to stop the TP out from OD. And that'll be a 4-for-1 trade. Now is the point where they can go to high ground. If they don't at least take a tier 3, they're going to be able to hopefully force some buybacks here.
Yeah,
But
probably not enough
do
for buybacks.
things. I think he's going to claim this tier 2 while they're trying to do this.
Yeah, no, it's going to be just Ember Spirit TP in because he has a Remnant, right? He can just drop a Remnant.
Oh, your boy TP's out too, though.
But they actually want to get a kill here.
They're gonna
This would be
try.
a great kill.
They get him
Silence?
silenced up, but they've got to do the damage now while the silence is still going. They
Chains?
get the chains. They've got some good combos to do it. Oh, yes! That was hairy. That was like very well layered CC to get him and just down to the wire. He almost got that blink out. I think if he gets it, they're out of remnants. He's gone.
Yeah, that was just perfectly executed gank there. They didn't. I don't think they had enough time to get a full tier 3, but they could get some damage on it. But instead, they decided to go for the big kill there on the anti-mage.
And they get it. That's exactly super worth it. Value there.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what you're looking for. And now, Night Stalker laying all these deep wards in. This is exactly what you'll be seeing. You're cutting the jungle away from the anti-mage. It doesn't matter how late game the game goes if anti-mage doesn't have any farm. So this is exactly what they're looking for. And it's not like anti-mage can contribute in team fights. It's like, okay, I can't farm. Like, for example, like if you have a Sven on your team, it's like, you can either let the Sven farm jungle or you can let him actually fight. Actually, top lane.
Yeah, Chives takes some damage. Remnants, boy. Remnants, boy.
But like, it's not like, like a Sven can contribute in team fights and help, maybe can farm that way if you win some team fights. But it's not like anti-mage can even do that effectively because he's just so weak without items.
Yeah, they're gonna have to commit RPs to kill Chives.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah,
I don't see any way they blow him up just in the duration of a burrow strike.
Yeah, I agree. If Chives also has his Flame Guard up, even the RP might not be enough. They might need to even just layer it with the Burrow Strike. And that is the final outer tower being taken out.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh yeah, I mean when I say the burrow strike or the RP, I think they need both the burrow strike and the RP. Because RP stun duration of 3 seconds right now. I don't think they can burst him. They do have some okay, like maybe if they burst him, get a lot of damage out, and then finish up with the astral, then that astral damage might be the finishing blow.
Yeah, I mean, once I think Eagle gets his Manta style, then they should have enough damage with just the RP. Because you just put Empower on Anti-Mage, and Anti-Mage jumps in, and 3 Anti-Mages hitting you.
They want to do something about him.
He has double damage, though.
Yeah, he knows something's up. I think he saw them. Yeah, he saw them with this ward here, coming up
Yeah,
the high ground.
Last team fight that went really terribly for them actually started badly because Bellicoso initiated on the Viper. Just a solo initiate. I mean, and this is a hero that you want to initiate least on because he has a max level corrosive skin that's 25% magic resist, and it's gonna slow your attack speed, slow your move speed, and he's just gonna be able to soak up so much damage while the everyone else in your team just gets their work in. So Viper is the one they do not want to initiate on. You probably want to initiate on Warlock before he drops his ulti. That's probably the best target, and the Night Stalker. But yeah. Viper not the target you're looking for, and he is making his way towards the Maelstrom. I feel like Viper, when he gets the Hurricane Pike and the Mjolnir up, with that insane amount of attack speed, that's when he really turns on to start being a late game carry.
Yeah.
He starts being really scary at that point.
Looks like Ember going for the double Daedalus build.
Yeah, I haven't seen this in a while, eh? Like the Cleave Ember.
Yep, physical Ember.
Yeah, I'm glad to see. I mean, he did go safe lane, so his job is to be the physical damage carry here, and already a Daedalus up with the Battle Fury, so he's hitting like a truck.
Yeah, he has a 3k net worth, almost, yeah, 3k net worth over the Anti-Mage. So Anti-Mage doing his best right here. He's gonna
Oh
pick
my
up
god, Bellicoso takes so much damage from the Cleave. He lost his almost entire life.
You know what
from
I
that
didn't?
Cleave.
Yeah, you know what I didn't notice? Ego actually went for the Vanguard,
Yeah, he did.
so that's what delayed up his Battle Fury.
Yeah. And he felt like this was the he needed to kind of go for this. Usually, you don't want to see that happen as an anti-mage, but sometimes it's a necessity.
I don't know. It didn't feel like he was getting pressured that much. Did you see?
He was getting pressured decent amount within his lane,
Gotcha.
and I felt like he just thought he wanted to keep safe, and dying just was a way too risky of an alternative to kind of delaying his Battle Fury for 2 minutes.
Yeah, Dire smoked up. They're not gonna catch anything. They're hoping to see someone go out for a wave.
Incoming.
Oh, Ego. Just gonna get a slight to the face.
Yeah. Right now, Dire really wants to make something happen here, but they're not confident to go up high ground, which makes sense to me.
Yeah, fighting into an RP.
Yeah. But right now, UConn being so good at their movements around the map, making sure they're there where UMass is not. They could look to take the Roshan, but the problem is they don't have anyone that's really especially great at taking Roshan.
Yeah.
They don't have any minus armor on their team. I don't think they just have any medallions, do they?
Yeah.
No medallions. No desolators.
They can make a miss, but that's about it. It'll still take quite a while to take.
But at this point, it might be worth trying just to force Radiant out of their base.
Yeah, I don't think they're super worried about Radiant. Oh.
Oh.
Man, Chives.
What was that?
I wasn't even prepared for that. Chives is blowing up Magnus.
Dire's
Yeah, that must have been a few crits. He does have his second Daedalus working on right now.
Yeah, I already got the
so that will just
Chrysalis up. Alright, and that's
There's
going to
a
get him
triple
high
Remnant.
ground.
So Chives don't have a Remnant right now, yeah, and RP being down means they can push this pretty freely here.
But Anti-Mage doing his little thing over in the bot lane.
Oh my god, the damage!
Oh, hookshot coming for that Lich just got pegged. Nice Astral Blink out from OD. That'll get him to
Ego is
safety, but-
pushing bot hard
Yeah.
though.
We got the TP's coming in. Chives is here. They get him rooted up. No one else is coming though.
Oh my god, the
my
damage!
God!
Oh!
He kills him again!
Two
And he's gonna be
crits
able to
in a
run him
row?
Back. He's coming back for the fight now. Here they go. RP, it's gonna get canceled by the root. Once it comes up there, it goes onto 2, skewer forward. Buy him a little
Triple
bit of time.
buyback.
But oh no, the Insanities! Doing so much damage! They're getting taken out here! That looked like a fight they were gonna be winning, but now Chives is in a lot of trouble. They did a great job canceling that RP at the beginning of the fight, but they weren't able to get enough distance. And then OD was just doing OD stuff, sitting in the back, building up that intelligence. And once he finally got it, he took them out of their base.
It was also at the same time Sanities was happening. There was an anti-mage mana void.
Mana void?
The Sanities, the Sanities took away their mana, and then anti-mage just came in with the final killing blow, and he got a double
Detonated
kill
him.
out of that.
Oh,
yeah, just
my.
was a perfect combo. But of course, that was a triple buyback on the side of Radiant, which meant they had the buyback goal penalty. Even anti-mage has it right now, so they're actually didn't get as much money as they want. Still 5k goal advantage for UMass here. Just very unfortunate. That was a huge kill on Ember. Oh no, not initiate.
Burst out a little bit too far.
Yeah, now that was a full gold gain right there. No more goal penalty. So if they start chain fitting here, that could be bad.
Yeah, they know UMass knows that they're doing Roche right now, but they just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, they need the Ember. But the Ember is dead for a while, and he doesn't want to use his buyback right now.
They saw him TP in. Look at this ward. This ward sees them TP in. If it's on the back half.
And it looks like they're just going to back off and farm up. They know the Ember Spirit up, and this is the hero that is hitting like an absolute truck there. Tribe's also getting kind of lucky, I find. That double crit on the anti-mage is unbelievable.
Yeah, he's been a crit monster.
Yeah. God damn, I would be slightly salty if I was Ego there.
Anti-Mage almost has that Basher up, and then since he went for that Vanguard, he won't be too far off of an Abyssal if he wants to get one, and that will be very useful for killing Chives.
Yeah, it's almost mandatory to kill Chives, and Chives also went for a glass cannon build. He doesn't have a Lincolns or anything like that, yeah, or BKB. Not that BKB would do a lot here, because I mean there's RP and I guess Abyssal that's coming up soon, which is going to be your biggest worries.
And Ego, he's been pretty annoying as a anti-mage. He's forcing rotations and stuff like that. He's claiming towers, objectives as much as he can, while he fights without his theme.
He's doing what he needs to do.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And also right now, UMass don't feel confident enough to go aggressive because they know there's an Aegis on the anti-mage, and they can just wait this out, wait out that 5-minute Aegis timer. Oh, Chives might be in danger.
He's gonna get caught into the RP. They've got everything. That's more than enough to blow him up today.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That combo, and also Chives bought back. No buyback for 80 seconds here.
Yeah, this tier 3 will be an easy prize without their Ember here. They do have the rock they can drop, the golems. Uh-oh.
They're going to lose their lane of racks, actually.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What a rotation there by
They're
UConn.
going to silence up Anti-Mage, but the team's just not here to do anything. They've got the rock, but other than that, Viper's not going to have enough damage.
And there's also ice armor on Ego, which means he is super tanky. Wow, that's not what we expected. First lane of racks goes to UConn.
And that is a pivotal point in this game.
Meanwhile, there's a tier 1 still up in mid. Ego's gonna take care of that.
7 HP, gets fortified up. They'll get
deny?
that back, of course. Oh, nice job. Nice job, Viper.
Yeah, but the game is starting to turn. This is what we're talking about. That great buyback play by UConn. Gave them the space they need to buy the Aegis, and that amazing smoke gank with the Isle of Ryan landing that great burrow strike into the RP, killing the Ember Spirit, leading up to Arax because he bought back and not bought back, he bought out, so they didn't have buybacks. Oh man, just an incredible chain of events.
Now, Ember's got his Battle Fury up, so he should...
Ego has Invis. If he can find Chives with the Abyssal Blade, he might be able to kill him if he gets some lucky bashes. He's hunting. But Chives playing carefully now. He knows his team depends on him. Oh man, look how Chives is playing. This is night and day from what we were seeing before.
Scouting him out though. He sees the courier. He knows that he should be around. He's still got a quarter of the invis time left, so
man. I bet he wants to blink real bad right
The
now.
whole team is smoked up behind him.
It's also 1 minute until the Aegis expires.
Radiant are scanning.
They're ready to fight. They're gonna fight Viper. They blink forward onto him. Here they go, immediately into the Manta. Everything is getting dropped. Golem's down. RP as well, slowing him up. Here comes the Chain Frost. It's bouncing around on the creeps. Unlucky bounce is there today. In fact, goes into a creep camp now. Burst is chasing down Amiibi. Should be able to get him there, but 2 down. Ego trying to run away. Minesweeper just putting the damage into him. Chives getting ready to chase him down, but can't get close enough. Just doesn't have a remedy.
Burst is trying to go against a mid. Doda is gonna get out. No, he's gonna get out.
What?
But yeah, not the fight they were looking for there. Unfortunately, they stacked on top of the Viper, and again, initiating the Viper turns terribly for them. Viper tanked through all that burst, got the BKB up, and turned the fight around. And you know what's terrible when you stack on top of each other? Ember Spirit with Battle Fury.
Yes.
Like, there was 3 heroes stacked on top of it. There was Anti-Mage, there was Magnus, and I think there was Sand King, because they were all jumping in. And the Ember Spirit just cleaved them all to death.
You're missing a key element to that crap salad.
What is it?
Fatal Bonds.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, how can I forget? Oh, that's crazy amount of damage. Fatal Bonds, you're standing on top of each other. Ember with a Battle Fury 2 Daedalus. Yeah, there's no chance. And Chives with great positioning there. He stood like right here while the fight was happening down here. So he could just constantly just throw in, you know, a bunch of Sleight of Fist into there while staying completely safe.
Now, they've stemmed the bleeding so far, but the gold advantage just about even here. Lost a huge advantage from UMass earlier. Ooh, ya boy. It's not ya boy. Oh, the misses. That's gonna bait him into possibly a bad fight. The Astral comes out. He's gonna be okay for now, but trying to get away. BKB gets used. Viper is just blowing up into the Sand King. Now
the crit.
The crit onto the Slight. They're gonna get OD and a Sand King. That was so much value.
Yeah, man, that evade though. What did he get the evade from?
Did he have the
no,
he didn't have crippling fear on him?
But he was hitting him with the Arcane Orbs, right? That was Arcane Orb missed. Because that means he was casting spells. What was the evade from? Uphill?
Uphill? It must have been just a weird uphill interaction. Like he right-clicked from the downhill and then force-staffed up. I didn't catch if that's exactly what happened, but that's the only thing that I can see here.
Oh, there's
Skewer
a skewer
once again. It's on to Viper though. He's got the BKB out now. They've blown their load a little bit with the Viper. He's just blowing up into Bellicoso. Viper gets RP.
Shot.
They use it, but now they have no RP. They're going to be on the high ground, ready to take some barracks of their own. They get a buyback from Magnus. No RP on him though. They still have the buyback on OD. They want to see if they can force him out without having to use that. They still have a golem for themselves. They get another tier 3.
Huh? Actually, I haven't seen this before. Viper took the poison attacks poison attack affects buildings.
Ooh.
So that's what the magic damage that was afflicting the towers was. And they recognize the Viper's role here is to push towers. So he's going to be doing that.
There he goes. There he goes.
Ember can't
doing
push
the
towers
alternate
very well.
between towers.
Ego.
Yeah, fighting one. No, he's gonna have to
That's
back
a lot
out.
of mana gone.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
TP coming in. It's OD. Are they gonna have the hook shot? 2 seconds now. Burrow strike forward onto Viper. Viper taking the damage. 10 more seconds
Huge rock.
before BKB. The golem gets dropped. It's onto OD. Oh no, the chain hook shot is gonna get missed, and they will be able to force them out, but it is gonna cost them a barracks. So they're staying in this game. Abyssal gets used onto Warlock into the Mana Void. Goodbye, my little friend.
Alright, so a rack's taken. That was a single buyback on the side of Radiant. Still a good fight for UMass. They only did lose their supports. But we'll see what UConn can do. They're looking for shrines. Very smart idea. They know Roshan is up. A flare was used, so does UMass know Roshan is up, but one of the worst mistakes you can make in Dota is take Roshan while this shrine is up. So
Yep.
UConn's gonna make sure they get rid of that. They don't feel safe enough to go for Roshan right away. And Chives was earlier going for a Blink Dagger, but now he has switched his mind going for Lincoln Sphere, which I think is a right thing to do.
So Magnus still the only TP on cooldown right now. I think both teams need to be very cognizant of having their buybacks right now, because one engagement is all it takes for, you know, this Viper to be able to get high ground and maybe take some more buildings, or obviously Anti-Mage to just completely start dismantling buildings.
Yeah, I mean, just look at UConn's base right now. 2 racks open and only 1 tier 3 remaining. If they lose a big team fight, they could lose their entire base. Another interesting thing about the poison attack affects buildings is that it actually bypasses Lich's frost armor because it's magic damage.
Very
Oh,
nice. Oh, Ego. Finding themselves a Night Stalker, an errant Night Stalker. That was a little ambitious of a place to be, but
yeah.
I
Was
think
he
he's trying to get
ward?
wards out. Yeah.
Yeah, his inventory has 4 wards in there. Teammates blame you for not having wards. You go out to ward, you die. Teammates blame you for feeding.
Yep.
Sadness.
Tower has fallen.
The life.
Alright, so that's only a tier 2. Oh, hookshot misses. They would have loved to find a kill there in the back of that.
Yeah, on someone TPing out or something when everyone else had
Yeah.
already disengaged.
Ping goes out onto the Roshan there. UMass ever aware of this Roshan threat, and Burst doing a good job of constantly throwing out rocket flares.
Just keeping it
Do you think-
monitored.
Do you think Roshan gets annoyed by
It's
like
just
clockwork?
flares. Well, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't kill shopkeepers.
It just, you know, just constant like little, like, you know, like it's like a pinch every now and then, a little poke.
I think
Stink.
he probably gets more annoyed by the dying.
I mean, you're not annoyed by dying. That just hurts. That you just hate it. But you know, just constantly poked by rocket flares, just slightly being burned. Alright, so Chives has his Lincoln completed. He did keep his buyback, so he didn't buy out there. This is going to make him a lot more harder to kill for Ego here, because they don't have a lot of good ways to pop these Lincolns. They have what? Frost Blast, but Embit is probably not.
Oh, your boy!
no!
Once again, getting caught out. He got a ward down though, so he's gonna know that they're going. That 2 people just went into it, but it looks like a debate.
Yeah, boy is UConn's boy right now. 3rd time dying in a row here, allowing UConn so much more space around the map. And this gives them enough confidence to go in. Do they feel...
They're gonna get caught by the scan. They know there could be counter potential. They're doing a very good job. They've got I Love Ryan in the back. And where is our Magnus boy? There he is.
Oh, Chives hurts. Alright, yeah, it's one slight and they're out.
Magnus
Bellicoso.
looking for the
This
skewer.
up.
RP onto
Oh,
skewer to the low ground. Now here comes the slights, but they blow those 2 heroes up immediately. Viper, he uses BKB and he's trying to fight now. Here comes some sleight of fist. No, he doesn't get him. He doesn't get Bellicoso.
First spot back. And UConn backs up wisely. Gets 2 kills, 1 buyback.
They are happy. Happy as a
Yeah.
clam.
That's 2,200 gold swing just for that. Beautifully executed fight there. They know, I mean, Bellicoso landed the great blink in and reverse polarity against the offlaner and a support. Oh, Chives and Ego, they find each other. Okay. Whew. Chives just gets out, disengages. But yeah, when you utilize your RP to kill supports like that, you gotta make sure you know you probably won't be able to kill the mid laner or the safe laner. So they just disengage right away after getting those
Boy, oh, it's your boy. They're going to be able to get a burrow strike forward. It's onto Viper. Chain Frost bouncing around doing so much damage. Chives is almost dead. He's caught inside of the cogs. He makes his way out with a remnant, and he's going to be safe for now. Oh, but the Chain Frost. Ooh, a little slower reaction from Minesweeper, and that could have killed him. But they follow up with 2 very nice kills, get themselves an OD, a core down, and they'll claim the Roshan with this as well. This hopefully will give them the confidence to try and get another lane of racks and secure themselves in a pretty safe position. But knowing that this is coming, look at Ego.
Yeah, and that was a second Roshan too, so Viper is going to have that cheese on him. While Chives with the Aegis.
Yeah, Chive.
How is buyback styles looking? So we have buyback on Anti-Mage and OD. Same for Ember Spirit and Viper here.
Yeah, Magnus will have buyback here in 45 seconds. He has the money. Here you go. Oh, he's gonna get silenced.
No
They're
Manta.
doing as much as they can. Yeah, Manto's already used. They just don't have the damage.
Tanky.
Look at that.
Yeah. Chives isn't there. They need Chives there to
Yep.
kill the Anti-Mage.
So he can get 18 crits.
Yep.
He can get 18 crits out of 17 hits.
I mean, that's what Cleave does for you. Alright, so this is going to be 2 lane racks going down there. They are going to try to conserve the buyback on the OD.
Yeah, Chives has this Lincoln Sphere, so he feels a lot safer now.
Yeah, also with the Aegis too.
Oh, the
nice
Skewer's
attempt
gonna
there.
miss. It was very good though, very close. Now they're gonna go for their final one. This is, I think, Golgi, do you think this might be one of their last attempts at a push before, you know, OD Anti-Mage is gonna be start being too much for them to handle? Or do you think with the way
Depends on
Chives
how
built,
much they can get out of
yeah.
it.
Oh, here they go. Chives though. He's taking the damage in the front. He's got that Aegis. He finally goes down. RP into the Sanity's Eclipse. They drop cheese from Viper means he's still in the fight. Ego doing so much damage to him though. They've got an Astral out onto Chives, but now Chives is back. He's ready to fight. They're doing everything that they can. They get Anti-Mage. He has to buy back immediately. Chives Remnants out. They're not able to claim the barracks.
Chives is so low. One more hit from Ego.
Oh,
my
he
God,
gets
the
the
chains.
chains. He's TPing out.
Oh,
No! Ego overshot him. Ego overshot him. That was a great place to TP out. Your boy is going to go down, but just the way that he was in there, I think kind of distracted Ego and made him instinctively blink towards the red, which overshot him on the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit still has the buyback, but obviously not having to go down there is great. He's got 4,700 golden surplus and a rapier cure. Oh, excuse me, no, it's an MKB. MKB.
So that was a buyback on the Anti-Mage too. But yeah, just a great place to TP out there, just in the edge of vision. So they couldn't see him. So Anti-Mage, and Ego just instinctively thought, oh, he just kept running up into the jungle. No, he was TPing right behind you, right in front of you actually.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So close. I would love to get that kill. This might force Viper's buyback, or maybe they think it's worth losing one more lane of racks. We'll see.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Chives could try to clear out these.
Yeah, he's got his
creep
MKB.
waves
He's
here.
going in. Oh, he doesn't have buyback. He's got 37 gold for buyback. He'll get that from wave creeps.
Yeah, he just needs to hit creeps once.
Ego.
There it
Oh,
is.
taking so much
that
damage.
hurts.
Yeah, that'll force him back. They get a nice
shot.
hook shot on a retreat. It's gonna be OD. They get him in the. He's able to force staff out of there. Pike away. Now he's trying to run away. Fighting onto I Love Ryan. He makes his way out. Ego's gonna get there. OD. They don't have the follow up. They let him get out, but they do stop
Clean
the push.
retreat. Tier 4 is taking massive amount of damage, but Chives is there to save it. This will regen back up slowly. So UMass ends up not losing any objectives of that big lost team fight, and they did force out the Anti-Mage buyback in the last team fight, which means they have a great opening here for the next fight. If they can manage to take Anti-Mage down, it might be game over, because Viper and Ember Spirit's buyback is still online.
They use that Aegis pretty quickly into the cycle, so Roshan's still nowhere near respawning, so they're gonna have to go in without it.
Yeah. If UMass wants to, they could invest in a Boots of Travel on Viper, which will allow them to have extra lives for the next push.
Yeah, the
they could
buyback.
just, fight, die, buy back, and come in, and they know Anti-Mage's buyback is down, so maybe they could just out-muscle them with extra lives. But of course, that is a very all-in play. If you do that and you lose, you're just gonna lose a game, because you obviously expended your buybacks aggressively, right, defensively.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, they need to make plays. You know,
Yeah.
we're 50 minutes into this game. It's getting there. It's getting to that point. They've done a fantastic job of keeping themselves in this game. Looking at the net worth, obviously the net worth chart looks like a freaking heart monitor.
Yep, and Viper right now also halfway, just halfway from 24 to 25. And this will be huge. It will make him so much more tankier. Right now he has 17 armor.
It's gonna
That
double.
talent gives him 20. Yeah, more than double. Alright, they're pinging at your boy again. Your boy.
Your boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're
and
gonna
they
find
find
Minesweeper as
Warlock
well.
too.
Burst, I think he should be able to make it out of there, but two
Oh,
supports
this is
down now. They're
Geometry
gonna need
side.
to defend with.
Oh. Ugh, I don't know
Meanwhile,
about that.
Chives,
Your boy had Egg and Scepter. I don't know why he doesn't have Darkness popped there. You just have Darkness permanently popped, right? When you have eggs.
Oh, Bellicosa tries to TP back to get Chives.
Defensive
He's gonna skewer him
RP.
back, but he'll make it out. He'll take a good amount of damage.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
god! Gets him just to the edge there.
Uh-oh.
Oh
He
no!
dies!
Chives goes down. Now he's gonna have to buy back to defend the racks. Buys back.
Bellicosa with the plays.
Yeah, he got it. These skewers have been like pixel perfect every time.
Oh my god. I mean,
They force
out
the
of all
buyback
the
and
people,
still get the objective.
yeah. Out of all the people we thought was going to have the potential to solo kill Chives, it was not the Magnus.
Yeah, well, a little bit of fountain help that goes a long way.
Hey man, that was all Bellicoso, man. He was the one that led him over there.
Yeah.
My god, I mean, if UConn wins this game, Bellicoso is MVP for that play. That was so huge. Buyback on Ember Spirit, taking the lane of racks and preventing Ember Spirit from taking possibly a Mega Creeps there.
Yeah, he was gonna get the tier 3 easily, and that leaves racks exposed, of course. Yeah, oh, Bellicoso just styled on Chive.
Yeah, so even on towers now. I wonder if there's any tomes available. Viper's still not level 25. Actually, he's gonna probably hit this in a couple more waves.
And
Oh
one
my
more.
god. How much is that? Nope, it doesn't show me. What does that? He is 29 XP away.
Scanning.
Oh man, so when Bellicoso gets his level 25, do you think he's going for the 15 armor, or do you think this boss is getting the 500 skewer range?
Oh, I don't know. Oh my god, that's tempting, right? 500 skill range, but feel like you need the armor against Ember. But maybe he feels confident enough in his plays to think skewer is more effective.
I mean, his skewers have really been the determining factor of this game in
Yeah.
a lot of the fights.
Like a lot of times, he didn't even need to use his ulti because his skewers has been so freaking good.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
They're finally
Right, so
gonna
they're
get around
actually
to taking
taking all
those
the
bottom
shrines.
shrines.
Yeah.
Good news, Roche fans. Roche is up in 2 minutes. If
That's actually a pretty slow respawn here.
it's almost max. Well, it's
Yeah.
about a minute away from max. Yeah, UMass. So 2 minutes for Roche. They'd like a sooner Roche, but if they can keep map control, get a Roche, get to the high ground, they might be able to claim themselves some megas. But even if they get megas, I don't think they'll be able to close out the game right away. And obviously, UConn is going to be able to defend the megas for a while with the Magnus there, Magnus and an anti-mage.
Also, it might be the case that UMass might not want to fight here until they can secure a buyback on the Ember Spirit as well.
Yeah, that's true. It'll be
Which is
another
gonna be 5 more minutes.
5 minutes. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a smoke out from UConn.
We're not gonna have another one of these long games, do you think? Ruben and I just casted yesterday an hour and 36-minute long game.
It was terrible.
Oh, Viper in the jungle.
He's getting caught. It's going to be the Burrow Strike into the everything. Even with his armor bonus there, he couldn't survive that one. He's got
Our
buyback.
Devour, hero damage.
Now, UConn wishes that Roche was up right now. This is the perfect time to take it.
Yeah.
But
They're
I
gonna
think-
force a Viper buyback, which is huge, which means both cores on the side of UMass will not have their buybacks.
Dyer's top tower
Yeah,
is under
UConn has done a really good
you
job
go.
of playing the economy at this point. We were dead even just about 5 minutes ago. Now they're up 12k.
There's a buyback on Viper. Now win condition is in full effect for UConn. If they can kill Viper or Chives, they're in really good place to be able to take this game.
Yeah,
of course, their timing window right now is 3 minutes and 30 seconds until Ember Spirit has his buybacks again.
Yep. They force the buyback, which is great for them, and they go immediately for the Roche. Oh, here's something dire. The dire team, UMass, no buybacks up at this time.
Yeah, if UConn can win a team fight here, it's going to be game over for UMass. Yeah, just look at the buyback status tab right now. 5 buybacks versus 0.
Yeah. Very hairy.
Yeah, if UConn knew this, if UConn had our overlays, they could just be like, yeah, okay, we just push. We just win the game right here.
UMass smoked up. They're looking for the fight. They go into Roshan. They don't find him. It's going to be a smoke broken your boy. He doesn't scout him out, though. Now, Burst could be getting caught. Throw strike forward, but here comes the chains. And the Slight. Slight's going through. They drop the Golem. It's going to catch OD. Now, they're fragmenting the fight a little bit. Ego is going to be able to blow up the clockwork. Here comes the Sanity's Eclipse. It's blowing them all up, but the chain's doing a lot of damage. Chives, if he can get one more chains. Oh, no, it's not enough. Now he could be in some trouble. He's able to run them out.
Moon.
Oh, no. One more chains, like one extra crit, a little bit more damage on chains. Or excuse me, on Slight. He's slighting around, getting as far as he can. He's gonna get jumped. Now Ego gets forward. 1 second into the abyssal, they're gonna hit him! He goes down! No buybacks, GG is called!
Oh my god. What a comeback. I mean, we knew if the game goes long that UConn had the advantage, but man, UMass made that super close. It was just, oh my, I still think the MVP goes to Bellicoso. That play he made?
That skewer he did won them this game, I think. If not won them, it prevented it from being a very bloody struggle for an extra 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, remember, like, Ember Spirit did not have buyback in the end there because he died in the earlier fight against Bellicoso. So, beautiful play.
Yeah, and everyone else, they were out just because of the money. They weren't on cooldowns. They just didn't have the money. It's curious to see how that ended up happening. Maybe I wonder if they all bought out Boots of Travel or something like that.
I mean, there's no way they bought out.
Yeah. All right, everyone. That was game number 1 in UConn versus UMass for CSL week number 2. This was Wivrix and Golgi. We'll see you guys when game 2 starts.